When will we see that day of peace? When will that day of peace appear? Good to see you, Angel. Peace. Doing all right? Need anything? Can you use some dollars? Hey, how's it going? Good to see you. How's it going? Peace. No, I'm going to, you all right? Good to see you, Angel. Have a great night. When will we see that day of peace? When will that day of peace appear? We'll keep waiting by and by for it to fall out of the sky, but we better work on peace on earth down here. When will we see that day of peace? When will that day of peace arrive? We'll keep waiting by and by for it to fall out of the sky, but we better work on peace on earth to help our children survive. Peace, oh peace, peace, let's stand up and work for peace. When will we see that day of peace? When will that day of peace appear? We'll keep looking for nirvana, but I think we just might wanna work on peace on earth down here. Peace, whoa, peace. Peace, let's stand up and work for peace. When will we see that day of peace? When will that day of peace appear? We can ask the universe to get rid of this war curse, but we better work on peace on earth. Thank you, peace. I'll be sharing that with the homeless down here. No, thank you, peace. Peace, oh, peace. Peace, let's stand up and work for peace. When will we see that day of peace? When will that day of peace appear? We'll keep waiting by and by for it to fall out of the sky, but we better work on peace on earth. We'll keep looking for the day when the clouds all roll away, but we better work on peace on earth. We better work on peace on earth. We better work on peace on earth down here. Woo! That's right, we got to keep working on peace. We haven't gotten there yet. We can keep working on peace all around the world, and we need to work on peace right here in Santa Monica, California. Right here in Santa Monica, California, we got to be working for people to be able to live in peace and people to just be able to survive. We've got a ways to go here in the United States of America before we bring peace to all the world. We can keep working on it, though. Keep working on it every day, trying to keep people from killing each other. And we need to work on work to keep people from killing each other right here in the United States of America, bringing more common sense gun laws to the USA. Let's say no to the NRA. Tell those gun pimp boys take their killing toys and get the hell away. Let's say no to the NRA. Let's say no to the NRA. So everyone doesn't need a gun just to get through another day. Let's say no to the NRA. That's right. If you don't know what the NRA is, it's the National Rifle Association. And they're one of the big reasons why we haven't passed any common sense gun laws in this country for quite a while. Why we have a mass shooting in this country every day in the USA. I mean, there are people that talk about, there are countries that are having wars that have less people that are killed every day than we do from guns. Isn't that crazy? People that are having wars around the world, there are less people being killed in some of those wars than are killed in the United States every day because of our massive amounts of guns and our lax gun laws here in the United States. We can bring common sense gun laws to the USA. They've been done before. They started passing common sense gun laws back in 1934 in the USA. We outlawed Tommy guns and briefcase guns, cane guns, all sorts of gadget guns. They outlawed those in 1934. We need to stand up for common sense gun laws in the USA today. While we're working on peace all around the world, we need to work on it more right here in the USA as well. Let's say no to the NRA. So everyone doesn't need a gun just to get through another day. Let's say no to the NRA. Let's say no to the NRA. If your congressman takes money from them, vote the other way. Let's say no to the NRA. Too many people have been dying. Too many sad songs have been sung. Too many families left a crying. Too many death knells have been rung. Let's say no to the NRA. Tell those gun pimp boys take their killing toys and get the hell away. Let's say no to the NRA. Let's say no to the NRA. If your congressman takes money from them, vote the other way. Let's say no to the NRA. That's right. We don't have to have a mass shooting every day in this country. We can do better than that. We need leaders who will stand up and get progressive, common sense gun laws passed in this country and make sure that we actually follow through with those laws. Make sure that we follow through on these red flags that are out there. You know, they have a lot of laws here in California that we need to follow up on a lot of the times. People have violent histories and they're not supposed to have guns. They're supposed to have their guns taken away. People have other problems and they need to have their guns taken away. And we need to show that progressive government can actually move forward in common sense gun laws, even though the rest of the country will fight against it. If we show that we can make steps towards common sense gun laws and save lives right here in California more than other states, people are going to follow. So we need to make sure that we stand up for those common sense gun laws and make sure that they are working. We need to get the guns off the streets right here in California. and other states will follow. The country will follow. Let's say no to the NRA. Tell congressmen, stop looking the other way, and let's say no to the NRA. Let's say no to the NRA, so everyone doesn't need a gun just to get through another day. Let's say no to the NRA. Let's say no to the NRA. If your congressman takes money from them, vote the other way. Let's say no to the NRA. Too many politicians without solutions. Too many throw their hands up in the air. Now they want to legalize silencers to end noise pollution. You gotta know they just don't care. Let's say no to the NRA, so everyone doesn't need a gun just to get through another day. Let's say no to the NRA. Let's say no to the NRA. If your congressman takes money from them, vote the other way. Let's say no to the NRA. Let's say no to the NRA. Woo! That's right. Let's say no to the NRA and keep working towards common sense gun laws in this country. And here in California, we need to make sure that we uphold those laws so that we can show the rest of the country that progressive government can work, that we can pass laws and follow up on them so that we don't have a mass shooting every day in this state. We need to show that there can be a difference. We need to show that progressive government can work in California for a lot of reasons. We need to show that we can build affordable housing. We haven't been doing that. We need to do it. California, we have the largest homeless population in the whole country. We need to make sure that we are part of the solution, not part of the problem. And right now, we are part of the problem. Santa Monica for generations has been pushing poor people down the road and not being part of the solution by building affordable housing. Even today, especially today, even today, while they have this 192 acres of airport land coming to the city in 2028, their city council here doesn't even want to have a study whether building some affordable housing on that 192 acres of land might benefit the city in some ways. When you are so far behind in building affordable housing as Santa Monica is, and you're going to have 192 acres of land come to Santa Monica, and you're not even going to propose to have studies to show how building affordable housing on some of that 192 acres might benefit your city, might benefit the poor people that work in your city that can't afford to live here, might benefit your first responders, all those people that you would like to have live in your city in case of emergencies. If you have all of those people living outside of your cities, that makes for bad first responding, you know what I mean? We can do better. Santa Monica, you got to get to work. I stopped by today at the Santa Monica Housing Authority to check on my application for low-income senior housing here in Santa Monica, to see if they have had any word about it since I signed up with a caseworker May 14th. There's still no sign of that caseworker's information that they took from me, all of my personal information that I gave a caseworker here in Santa Monica at a Santa Monica outreach to the homeless fair or outreach program they had over on the Civic Center parking lot on May 14th. I thought I'd go down and see how they were helping the homeless down there, and if a lot of homeless people showed up for this little fair they were having and supposedly helping people with their needs. So I went ahead and signed up for low-income senior housing, since I am a low-income senior. Now, I'm 66 years old. 66 years old, that's right. So now I can qualify for a lot of these things. So I signed up with this caseworker there, a caseworker from People Concern, because the housing authority here in Santa Monica said the only way you can get on a list for low-income senior housing is to go through People Concern, and then we'll get you on a list for low-income senior housing here. So I gave her all of my information, my social security card, my driver's license, all of my personal information. And to this day, I haven't heard from that caseworker. Santa Monica, you need to follow up and find out. And it's not like I don't have documentation. I had everything they needed. You know, I ran for Santa Monica City Council last year, so I made sure I had a lot of documentation. I had to go through and find things that I never wanted to find. But this caseworker had all of my information, and now there's no sign of the caseworker or any of my information. Santa Monica People Concerned said, well, she works for People Concerned, but in another city. So I said, well, why would she be trying to house people in Santa Monica if she's working for another city? Is Santa Monica going to take responsibility for any of their homeless? The homeless count here in Santa Monica this last, I believe it was February or March, I took part in it. I helped count some homeless people. They came up with a number of 812 homeless people here in Santa Monica this year. I'm sure it was, I'm betting it was an undercount, because the woman in charge of my group, 3 of us, she said, well, we don't need to go into this park and count if there are any people in there. It's closed. The park is closed. I said, well, that's a good time for homeless people to be sleeping in a park when it's closed. So we'll go count and see how many people are sleeping inside this Virginia park. And there were at least 8 people that we counted inside the park that wouldn't have been counted. I hope they counted more of the people, and they're planning to help more of these homeless people. But every day I see homeless people being harassed and vilified. Every crime is being blamed on homeless people. We should probably say these criminals are using homelessness to get away with crimes. And if we had housing for all the homeless people, then you could separate the criminals from the non-criminal people, because it would be easier if everybody had a place to live, you know. But if you just want to pick on the homeless people all the time, that's what happens a lot here in Santa Monica. Santa Monica just pushes the poor people down the road and blames them for all of the problems. They blame the homeless people for this promenade not doing well. I blame me. Am I talking all the time? That's what I blame. But I blame these big businesses trying to turn this into Rodeo Drive or the Grove. This is a public promenade. This promenade belongs to you and me. And I want you to get out here and peacefully protest. Use your voices. Get out here and share your talents, share your beliefs, because this is a great place for people to peacefully protest and speak out. I hear a preacher here all the time. I hear other performers, and You don't even need a performer's permit, as far as I'm concerned. I've been fighting against that ever since the pandemic, when they gave more of this promenade over to businesses here on the promenade, while they told the performers not to perform because of the pandemic. So I just kept going, and I said, listen, if you're going to give these streets over to these businesses and have people dining and talking and singing, shouting and laughing, and they're spreading germs just as much as any performer out here singing would. I'm having problems with my P's tonight. Oh, that's because I want to say, right now they're saying pickleball for the poor. That's right, they're building pickleball for the poor. Over here where they tore down this parking structure back in, it's been at least 3 years now. They've been talking about building affordable housing, low-income housing, homeless housing, 122 units over here where they tore down this parking structure. They've been talking about that since 2018. It is now 2025, and they still haven't built anything over there. And you know what it is right now? It's pickleball courts. Pickleball for the poor. Homeless people don't need a front door, they need pickleball. Pickleball for the poor. Pickleball for the poor. Poor people couldn't ask for anything more than pickleball. Pickleball for the poor. They don't get to play, but they can watch as they walk away. Pickleball is for the poor. That's the answer that the poor people need. They need pickleball courts. That's gonna make them sleep well at night, watching these well-to-do play pickleball. Or as we used to call it, old people's tennis. That's old people's tennis. Pickleball for the poor. You can't ask for much more than pickleball. Pickleball for the poor. Oh, pickleball for the poor. Homeless people don't need a front door, they need pickleball. Pickleball for the poor. They need pickleball courts for the poor. That's right, they could have started building that 122 unit affordable housing complex. But a lot of these business owners right here on this promenade sued the city because they didn't want any poor people living so close to their businesses. That'll be bad for business. We don't want poor people. We want to get rid of the poor people. We don't want more poor people to live next to our businesses. They want to turn this into Rodeo Drive or Disneyland, but this is a public promenade. And let me remind you, if you are homeless and you are on this public promenade, you have the same rights as the richest person in the whole wide world. That's right. You stand, and let's stand up for those rights. I mean, people are talking about Trump taking away rights from people all around the country, Trump taking away rights from people in Washington, D.C., when they've been doing it right here in California. That's right, our own Governor Newsom sided with Trump's ultra-conservative Supreme Court in Grants Pass versus Johnson, making it easier for cities and agencies in California and around the West to criminalize homelessness. The number of homeless people that have been arrested in San Francisco has gone up by 500% since Grants Pass versus Johnson was ruled on. Come on, California, we got to show that there's a difference between progressive government and authoritarian government. We need to show that poor people should have a decent place to live, food to eat, health care, and a good public education right here in this fourth largest economy of the whole wide world, California. That's right, California is the fourth largest economy in the whole wide world, and we are ranked 21st in spending on public education. That is a shame, California. There's no reason for it. That's just bad government. We have to show the progressive government can work. We need to spend more money on public education and raise taxes on the rich, 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 raise taxes on the rich. Oh, I know it's a simple song, but it's a good one, and one that we need to teach our leaders, our public servants. There's no reason for California to have the most billionaires in the whole country and have the most homeless people of any state in the whole country. That is right. We need to raise those taxes on the rich and use them to build affordable housing. Use those taxes right here in Santa Monica to build affordable housing. We got to keep working on integrating our society. We don't want to have segregated cities here in California, but we do. We have segregated cities because we push poor people out of a lot of these well-to-do cities. And when you push the poor people out, you're pushing out a lot of people of color. And that's just the way it is. We have to work to keep working towards equal rights, equal justice, equal opportunity, because we haven't gotten there yet. Right here in California, it is 10 times more likely for a young black man to go to prison than a young white man. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. That's statistics. Don't fire the statistic person. It's 10 times more likely for a young black man to go to prison than a young white man in California. That's higher than the national average. That's a shame. And you know, one in four public school students here in California have chronic absenteeism. We are ranked 21st in spending on public education here in California, and we're ranked 40th in the outcome of our public education. That is a shame. That ought to be a crime. There's no reason for us to spend so little on public education. We need to be spending right at the top because we're the 4th largest economy in the world. There shouldn't be 20 other states that spend more money on public education than we do. Come on, California. Are we a progressive state or are we a backwards? Come on, California. We got to work towards lifting people out of poverty. We got to show that progressive government can make a difference in people's lives. That every human being can have a decent place to live, food to eat, health care, and a good public education. And we're failing right now, California. We're failing, and we need to get to work. We need some real progressive leaders. We need somebody who will go up there and say, I'm going to appeal Prop 13. I'm going to change it so that it doesn't hurt any poor people, and I'm going to appeal Prop 13 and make sure that corporations pay a higher tax on the property they own. I'm going to raise taxes on every vacant building in California until we have every homeless person living in some decent place. We need progressive leaders who will stand up and say, I'm going to keep spending more money on public education, on low-income area schools, keep spending more money on those low-income area schools, on services and programs, until the rich people want to send their kids to those schools. We need progressive leaders here in California who will actually get things done and follow through. We're living in California, the land of peace and love. Living in California, place the whole world's dreaming of. You know, back when I was in school, before I graduated from public school, California had one of the best public education systems in the whole country. That's right. And then I graduated, brought the whole thing down a little bit. But we can do better. We can keep lifting up. We can make sure that everybody can have a good public education. There's no reason for us to be ranked 40th in the outcome of our public education. There's no reason for us to be ranked 21st in spending on public education. I'm going to keep talking about that because that is a shame. That ought to be a crime. No reason that we should be ranked 21st in spending on public education. We can do better, California. I'm living in California with people of all kinds. Living in California, sure all just a little bit out of our minds. Ooh, living in California, everything's mostly okay. Living in California, another beautiful sunshine day. Oh, it was a beautiful day. I took a nice swim in the ocean. Right out here on Santa Monica Beach, the temperature was probably about 66, 67 degrees. And it was nice and sunny. You know, Santa Monica Beach still hasn't gotten hotter than 80 degrees this summer, the whole summer, and the beach has not hit higher than 80 degrees. You know, over in the Lancaster and High Desert and other places, it's been over 100 a lot this summer. And the climate scientists say that the climate is going to continue to get warmer and warmer. So we're going to need to have more people live next to the coast for the air quality and for a better temperature. So we're going to need to build more affordable housing right next to our public beaches. That's right. 800 miles of public beaches here in California, and mostly rich white people living next to those public beaches. There's no reason for that. A lot of poor people like the public beach. I'm poor. I love the beach. I'll be there all the time if I could be there all the time, but I'll be there a lot. You'll see me there swimming out in the ocean, way out, trying to pet the dolphins. I'll swim out to Catalina to try to pet a dolphin now and again. I'm living in California, but we got to keep working towards a better day for everybody right here in California. We have, listen, Santa Monica, you have profited off of our public beaches quite well. You need to be part of the solution and build affordable housing. Make sure that everybody can have a better day here in beautiful California. I'm living in California. Things could be a whole lot worse. Living in California. Rest of the country's moving in reverse. Let's not follow them. Living in California. Everything's mostly alright. Living in California. Having fun on the promenade tonight. Woo! Now don't get me wrong. California has some great things going on. We're the second most diverse state in the whole country. We got people from different backgrounds, different races, different religions, different ethnicities, different beliefs, different genders, all living together in virtual harmony. But everybody knows there's some things we need to be working on. California has the most billionaires of any state in the whole country. And we have the most homeless people of any state in the whole country. Now that ought to be a crime. There's no reason for so few people to have so much when so many have nothing at all. We can do better than that. We can make sure that every person in California has a decent place to live. That's right. Peace. You have a good night. Keep speaking out for peace and equal rights, equal justice, equal opportunity. because we got to keep working towards it. We haven't gotten there yet. That's right. So we need to raise the taxes on these billionaires. A lot of people say to me, wait, if you raise taxes on the billionaires, then all the billionaires are going to leave California. And I said, bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye. Let them go. I say, if they're the kind of people that don't believe that poor people should have a decent place to live, food to eat, health care, and a good public education, we don't need those kind of rich people living in California. Let them go to Texas and take advantage of the poor people there, like Elon Musk. They have a $7.25 an hour minimum wage in Texas still. So we need to stand up for the rights of poor people to exist and to thrive and survive right here in California. And we have to keep working towards equal rights, equal justice, equal opportunity for all. And we have to spend more money on public education. There's no reason for us to be the fourth largest economy in the world and be ranked 21st in spending on public education. That is a shame. And we are ranked 40th in the outcome of public education. That is a shame, California. Let's show that progressive government can make a difference in people's lives. Let's tell our leaders, our public servants, get to work. We need to raise taxes on the rich. 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 That's right, California. And use that money to help lift people out of poverty and make sure that everybody can have a decent life here in this beautiful state of California. We're living in California. Everything's mostly okay. Living in California. Another beautiful sunshine day. Living in California. Huh. Things could be a whole lot worse. They could be a whole lot worse. Living in California. Rest of the country's moving in reverse. Let's not follow them now. Let's not follow those authoritarian governments around this country by criminalizing homelessness, as many of these cities have already done, and putting poor people and homeless people in jail for being poor and homeless. That is just a shame. Santa Monica, you have to do better. I live in California with people of all kinds, living in California, sure I'll get a little bit out of our minds. Ooh, living in California, things could be a whole lot worse. Living in California, rest of the country's moving in reverse. Let's show them what forward looks like. Let's show them what progress looks like. Let's show them what progressivism looks like and move forward. Lift people out of poverty and make it a better day for everybody. I'm living in California. Everything's mostly alright. Living in California. Having fun on the promenade tonight. Ooh. Living in California, the land the whole world's dreaming of. Living in California, go out and spread some peace and love. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's right, California. Let's stand up and show that things can be different. Let's get us a real progressive leader in the governorship, in the gubernatorials. We need to make sure that we have somebody who's actually going to lead people to stand up against these laws that make it harder for poor people to survive. and make it easier for homeless people to get housing. We gave this governor $24 billion, $24 billion. And how much affordable housing did he build? You know, here in Santa Monica, they had a plan that they put forth, the housing elements. They're nowhere near to building any of the affordable housing they said they would build. They built about 25%, it looks like, if you go to their dashboard. They've built over 250% of the rich people's housing since that plan went forth. So they're not having a problem building rich people housing here in Santa Monica. It's just the poor people housing. Somebody put it in their head that they shouldn't build any poor people housing. Some people say to me, they shouldn't build any poor people housing so close to the beach. What?
You got change?
No, I don't. I'm sorry. All right. You have a good night. Thank you, though. Peace. There are some people who say you shouldn't use that prime real estate next to the beaches, our public beaches. You shouldn't use that prime real estate to build affordable housing. And you know how this became prime real estate is we let the rich people take over and push all the poor people down the road. They used this thing called eminent domain to take poor people's property so they could build infrastructure for the city, like freeways and civic centers and the city hall and all that stuff. They took the property for a fair market value and they pushed those poor people down the road. And then they built this city and kept pushing the poor people down the road. And that's how they get prime real estate, is the rich people just continue to push the poor people down the road and say, well, we'd like to build affordable housing, but we can't build affordable housing in this very prime real estate. This real estate is $25 million an acre in Santa Monica. We can't waste that on poor people. That's what they say. Well, what we need to do is use eminent domain to take some property from the rich people and build some affordable housing. Get a lot of affordable housing built, especially since this city doesn't want to use any of its 192 acres of land that will be turned over by the Santa Monica Airport in 2028. They don't want to use any of that for any affordable housing. How many people are going to be working at that great park, that 192 acres of land? And where are you going to put all those people that work there? And I always ask, if you're not going to build any affordable housing there on that 192 acres, how many people are you going to hire to keep the homeless people from sleeping in your great park? Because I'm going to tell all of my friends, let's go sleep in that great park and make sure that people can benefit from a great park even if they don't have a place to live. It's a real shame, Santa Monica. I just must have slipped a disc there in my tongue. It's a real shame, Santa Monica, that you're going to have 192 acres of land given to the city for a great park, and you're not even going to propose using some of that land for affordable housing. That is inhumane, irresponsible, and cruel. Too many leaders blaming the poor for being poor and the homeless for being homeless while they're helping keep people poor and homeless. We have too many leaders saying, don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor at all. They'll pull the chair beneath your seat and mock you when you fall. They'll tell you that you're crazy and you're on the drugs. They'll say you're mostly lazy and you're filled with bugs. So don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor and homeless. Just be rich. Yeah, that's right. Be rich. Come on, come on. Don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor and sick. They'll put you in the hospital and spit you out real quick. They'll say you need to rest more and change the way you eat. But they ain't got no medicine to get you off of the streets. So don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor and homeless. Just live in a mansion. All the rich folks want to help you if they could. So they'll take your tent and your bags and stuff and move them to another neighborhood. A little farther, a little farther, a little farther down the road would be good. Don't be poor and homeless. Don't live in your car. They'll find a way to ticket you no matter where you are. They'll say you're near a schoolyard or near a city park. They'll make you move your car all day and give you tickets while you're sleeping in the dark. So don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor and homeless. Just live on a yacht. All the rich folks want to help you if they can. So they'll start a race to outer space to help their fellow man. We are going to build affordable housing up on Mars. Don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor at all. They'll pull the chair beneath your seat and mock you when you fall. They'll say you're just lazy and you're on the drugs. They'll say you're mostly crazy and you're filled with all kinds of bugs. So don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor and homeless. Just be rich. Don't be poor and homeless. Just be rich. That's right, homeless people. Just be rich. A lot of people tell me these homeless people need to get a job. They just need to get a job. That's what they got to do. They got to get a job. Well, even if they had a job, they couldn't afford a place to live. You need 3 months, and you need to show that you make enough to, you make 3 times rent every month. You need 3 months up front, and you need 3 times the amount of rent. You need to make that every month to get a place. So you're not going to get a place anywhere here in Los Angeles County, and certainly not here in Santa Monica. They need government help. And right now, you know, Santa Monica's voucher program, its Section 8 voucher program is all filled up. We don't even put people on the list anymore, they said. They closed the list in April. So these poor people that have been living on these streets for years, they're not going to get any help in housing right here in Santa Monica. They might have to move out into the desert. Don't move them up to Lancaster, as they've been pushing people out to the desert further and further for generations. We want to help the poor, but we want to help them somewhere else. Get out, poor people. You know, the population of Santa Monica in 1970 was 88,000. Today, the population of Santa Monica is just over 90,000. Some people say 92. It's just over 90,000. So while the rest of California grew by 20 million people, the population of Santa Monica grew by about 2,000. They said, we got ours, now stay out and push you poor people and you people of color, you're all out. We need rich people, that's what they need. And they want a promenade that just makes them money. Money, 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 money. We need to show, hey, if you believe in progressive government, you don't just care about money, 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 money. That's the main problem with Trump. Every program he involves himself with, he wants to make a profit. America should make a profit off of everything. Let the rich people take care of the poor and make a profit off of them. You know, there are 18,000 different cryptocurrencies out there. 18,000 different cryptocurrencies. We're going to have people riding bicycles to generate electricity to keep these cryptocurrencies alive. We're going to have people doing jobs to generate energy to keep these artificial intelligence and these driverless cars going while we're pushing more people out into the streets. We need to stand up for human beings because we've done a very good job of taking care of rich people's toys. We gotta start lifting up human beings. We gotta stop thinking of everything as a way to make a buck. I'm not making any money off it. I might have made a few dollars off one or two of my songs. I have to be honest. I might have made $500 in my lifetime over some song. Oh, sure. I made 500 off of one of my songs, a couple of them maybe. Not everything is about generating income, folks. Some things are about doing good things for your community. Some things are about helping lift people out of poverty. The great President Franklin Delano Roosevelt said, the test of our progress is not whether we add to the abundance of those who have much. The test of our progress is whether we provide enough for those who have too little. And if that is the test, we're failing, Santa Monica. We are failing. We are failing, California. We are failing. We are failing, USA. We are failing. We need to lift people out of poverty and make sure that every poor child can have the basics. Every poor child can have a good public education, food to eat, health care, a decent place to live. We have to lift people out of poverty and show that progressive government can work, or we're going to be left to the devices of the rich people and let them do whatever they want to the poor. You know, we've been fighting against bullies in this country since the beginning of this country. When this country first started, the only people who benefited from our Constitution were rich white guys who owned property. Since the beginning of this country, there have been people working to make sure that other people had a few rights. We overcame slavery in this country. We overcame child labor. We overcame women not being able to vote. We made sure that women had the right to vote in 1920. We overcame racism to some extent in the 1960s. We made sure that everybody had a right to vote, no matter your race, your religion, your ethnicity, your beliefs, your gender. And later on, we made sure that people that had disabilities had the same rights as anybody else. If you are disabled, if you are mentally disabled, you have the same rights as everybody else, as long as you are not a threat to yourself or somebody else. And that's one of the other things that Newsom did wrong here in California. He put in this thing called care court, and now the first responders can determine somebody to be a threat. They can need to be confined, institutionalized for up to 2 years. We need to stand up for the rights of able-bodied people and people with disabilities in this country and make sure that we keep working. If you want to help people that have disabilities, mental mental disabilities on the streets. We need to put more professionals, healthcare professionals out on the streets and let them help these people. But we don't need to institutionalize people or incarcerate people for being poor or being mentally ill, unless they're a threat to themselves or to others. And we need to stand up for the rights of poor people to exist. We need to stand up for the rights of homeless people to live on our streets until we have enough affordable housing for everybody to have a place to go. You can't push people out into the streets and then arrest them for being criminals because they're living out on the streets. That's happening all over the West. That's happening not just in Washington, D.C., where Trump is taking over, but that's happening here in California. And we also need to stand up for the rights of those people that have been used for their labor for generations and not been given their rights. We need to find a pathway to citizenship for those people that have been used for their labor and not been given their rights. Nobody wants to see criminals, violent criminals on our streets, but we know that for generations our Congress has not done its job and that we haven't had a comprehensive immigration bill for generations since Reagan. So we need to make sure that we find a pathway to citizenship for these people. They've been used for their labor so much, and every time the labor dries up, the work dries up, people want to send them away. Oh, they're costing us money. We need to stand up for their rights and say, listen, find a way to pathway to citizenship. Put it on the employers in this country. Put it on the employers. If you hire somebody who is undocumented, you need to help them find a pathway to citizenship. And put it right on the employers. Every employer that has used undocumented workers, put it right on them. Say, you have to find a pathway to citizenship for these people. You need to sponsor them until they get citizenship. There's a lot of things that can be done, and rich people can make sure that our Congress passes a comprehensive immigration bill that will help lift people into citizenship that have been neglected and left in the shadows for too long. De la Sierra Moreno, cielito lindo, vienen bajando un par de ojitos negros, cielito lindo de contrabando. Ese lunar que tiene, cielito lindo, junto a la boca, no se lo des a nadie, cielito lindo que a mí me toca. Ay, 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 canto y no llores, porque cantando se alegran, cielito lindo, los corazones. How you doing, David? Good to see you. Peace. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. That's right. Let's make sure this land is made for you and me. De la Sierra Moreno, cielito lindo, vienen bajando un par de ojitos negros, cielito lindo de contrabando. Ese lunar que tienes, cielito lindo, junto a la boca, no se lo des a nadie, cielito lindo que a mí me toca. Hey, hey, hey. Ay, ay, ay. Canta y no llores, porque cantando se le alegran cielito lindo los corazones. Ay, 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 canta y no llores, porque cantando se alegran cielito lindo los corazones. This land is your land, this land is my land, from California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. Let's make sure this land is made for you and me. On the promenade, in the shadow of the steeple, near the relief office, I see a lot of homeless people, and some are grumbling, and some are wondering. They say, is this land made for you and me? Yes, it is. Made for all of us. We need to stand up for the rights of everybody in this country, even those that have been used for their labor for generations and not been given their rights. Ay, 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 ay. Canta y no llores, porque cantando se alegran cielito lindo los corazones. Ay, 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 canta y no llores, porque cantando se alegran cielito lindo los corazones. This land is your land, this land is my land, from California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. Make sure that this land, let's make sure this land is made for you and me. Let's make sure this land is made for you and me. Let's work to make sure this land is made for you and me. Woo! That's right. We got to keep working towards a better day for everybody. You know, there's an estimated 10 to 15 million people that are undocumented in this country, and they're not all criminals. We know that. And they're not going to be able to deport 15 million people. And we need to tell our leaders to find a good way to bring these people into citizenship in this country. And we need to make it the responsibility of the employers to help these people find a pathway to citizenship. People that have made a nice profit off of this cheap labor that they've been using for generations, make them part of the process, and raise taxes on the rich, raise taxes on the rich. They've been benefiting from cheap labor for too long. We need to make sure that human beings can survive in this country. That ain't too much to ask now. For human beings to be able to survive, even poor human beings. We've done a very good job of being kind to the greedy in this country. We have to do a better job of being kind to the needy. There's no reason for rich people to be having space races while poor people sleep in the streets. We can do better than that. We got to keep working towards a better day for everybody. Keep working towards equal rights, equal justice, equal opportunity. Because we haven't gotten there yet. Don't let anybody tell you we have. We know it's not true. Keep moving towards a better day for everybody. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little love. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone. We another mountain. There are mountains and hillsides enough to climb. There are oceans and rivers enough to cross, enough to last till the end of time. What the world needs now, love, sweet love, it's the only thing that there's. Just to love, what the world needs now is love, sweet love. But not just for some, but for everyone. Thank you, peace. I'll be sharing that with the homeless. What the world what the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's. Just to love. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone. I love her when I'm near you, and I hear you speak my name softly in my ear. You breathe the flame. Love her when we're dancing, keep on glancing in my eyes till love's on entrancing music dies. Let's start at the beginning. See if we can get it right. Hey, good to see you, Dorian. Can I give you something here? How you been? Good. You want to say hi to the people? You want to say hi to the people on TV? On YouTube?
Yeah.
Say hi to YouTube.
Hey,
Dorian.
YouTube.
I didn't see you, Dorian. I didn't see you. Come a little close.
Hey, you.
There you are, Dorian. How are you?
Good.
People treating you all right?
Yeah, thanks so much. Yep.
You're welcome. Anything new? Anything exciting? Anything new and exciting and new?
It's always you with that stuff.
Okay. Good to see you. Love her when I'm near you, and I hear you speak my name softly in my ear. You breathe the flame. Love her when we're dancing, keep on glancing in my eyes till entrancing music dies. All of my future is in you. You're every plan I design. Say that you'll always continue to be mine. Lover, please be tender when your tender fears depart. Lover, I surrender to my heart. Lover, when we're dancing, keep on glancing in my eyes till love's on entrancing music dies. Good to see you. Peace. Have a good night. They say the devil is in you, and to resist you I try. But if you didn't continue, I would die. Lover, please be tender when your tender fears depart. Lover, I surrender to my heart. The evening breeze caress the trees tenderly. The trembling trees embrace the breeze tenderly. Then you and I came wandering by. And lost in her sight were we. The shore was kissed by sea and mist tenderly. I can't forget how lovers met breathlessly. Your arms opened wide, and wrapped me inside. You took my lips, you took my love so tenderly. How's that for a transition? If I had to choose just one day to last my whole life through, darling, I would choose that Sunday, the day that I found you. I newborn whippoorwills were calling from the hills. Summer was a-coming in but fast. Lots of daffodils showing off their skills. All together swaying, you could almost hear them saying, go on and kiss her, go on and kiss her if I had to choose. One moment to live within my heart, it would surely be that moment, the moment when we started. Darling, it would be when you smiled at me one day, that Sunday, that summer, that summer. Solamente una vez amé la vida, solamente una vez y nada más. Una vez nada más y mi huerto abrió la esperanza que alumbre el camino de mi soledad. Una vez nada más se entrega el alma con la dulce total renunciación. Y cuando ese milagro realiza el prodigio de amarse, hay campanas de fiesta que cantan en el corazón. You belong to my heart, now and forever. And our love had its start not long ago. We were gathering stars while a million guitars played our love song. When I said I love you, every beat of my heart said it too. 'Twas a moment like this, do you remember? And your eyes through a kiss when they met mine. Now we own all the stars and a million guitars are still playing. Darling, you are the song and you'll always belong to my heart. Y cuando ese milagro realiza el prodigio de amarse, hay campanas de fiesta que cantan en el corazón. Hey. As long as there's music and words of romance, the spell of a thing starts you to dream. There's always a chance. As long as there's music, whatever the song, as long as there's music, the birds on the wing. My loneliest day will never be long as there's music and you are my song. As long as there's music and words of romance. How you doing? Good to see you. Peace. The spell of a thing starts you to dream. There's always a chance. As long as there's music, whatever the song. As long as there's music for sweethearts to sing, I'll sing you, my love, the melodies of the birds on the wing. My loneliest day will never be long as there's music and you are my song. Hey, peace. Hello, young lovers, whoever you are, I hope your troubles are few. All my good wishes go with you tonight. I've been in love like you. Be brave, young lovers, and follow your star. Be brave and faithful and true. Cling very close to each other tonight. I've been in love like you. I know how it feels to have wings on your heels and to fly down the street in a trance. You fly down the street on a chance that you meet, and you meet not merely by chance. Don't cry, young lovers, whatever you do. Don't cry because I'm alone. All my good wishes go with you tonight. I've had a love of my own. I know how it feels to have wings on your heels and to fly down the street in a trance. You fly down the street on a chance that you meet, and you meet not merely by chance. Don't cry, young lovers, whatever you do. Don't cry because I'm alone. All my good wishes go with you tonight. I've had a love of my own. I've had a love of my own like you. I've had a love of my Don't you love your darling boy? Am I still your pride and joy? Was I ever was? My Marie. Will you love me to the end? When it all begins again, will you love me just because? Just because. My Marie. Somewhere a star is falling, the weak could wish upon. Somewhere our love is calling, wondering where we've gone, but it lives on, and on and on, and on and on and on. My Marie. My Marie, can I live inside your smile? Just to fall in love a while, then you can set me free. My Marie, when the raindrops kiss your face, do you hear my warm embrace? Feel my warm embrace, say come away with me. Oh, come with me, my Marie. Somewhere a star is falling, the weak wish upon. Somewhere our love is calling, wondering where we've gone, but it lives on, and on and on and on, and on and on and on. My Marie. My Marie, at the dance up in the sky, will you tell them I'm your guy just to get me in? My Marie, when I start to sing my song, will you sing and dance along? Get some music wrong, get some lyrics wrong, and give me that silly grin. I'm living in my Marie. Somewhere a star is falling, the weak wish upon. Somewhere our love is calling, wondering where we've gone, but it lives on, and on and on and on, and on and on and on, and on and on and on and on. My Marie. My Marie. There'll be tears you'll cry, and your troubles won't be few. There'll be sunny days, and you'll have some good laughs too. So put a song in your heart and walk on down that road. There'll be lonely times when you will not find a friend. You'll feel a lover's kiss, and then the kiss and time will end. So put a song in your heart and walk on down that road. You see the road ahead has so many turns, you'll never see what's coming just around the bend. There'll be lots of bumps Take a step at a time till you get to the end. There'll be those who say, you were born to lose. You'll be on top of the world one day, and then the next you'll sing the blues. So put a song in your heart and walk on down that road. You see the road ahead has so many turns. You'll see what's coming just around the bend. There'll be lots of bumps along the way. Just take a step at a time till you get to the end. There'll be those who say, you're born to lose. Thank you, peace. I'll be sharing that with the homeless. Thank you guys. Have a great night. I'm put a song in your heart and walk on down that road. You see the road ahead along the way. You see the bump in the road you had. There's lots of bumps along the way. Just take a step at a time till you get to the end. There'll be those who say, you're born to lose. You'll be on top of the world one day, and then the next you'll sing the blues. So put a song in your heart and walk on down the road. Put a song in your heart and dance song down the road. Dance on down the road. Dance on down the road. Get on down that road. When marimba rhythms start to play, dance with me, make me sway, like the lazy ocean hugs the shore. Hold me close, sway me more, like a flower bending in the breeze. Dance with me, make me sway with ease. When we dance, you have a way with me. Stay with me, sway with me. Other dancers may be on the floor, dear, but my eyes will see only you. Only you have that magic technique. When we sway, I grow weak. I can hear the sound of violins long before it begins. Make me thrill as only you know how. Sway me smooth, sway me now. Sway me, bend me, thrill me, kiss me. Other dancers may be on the floor, dear, but my eyes will see only you. Only you have that magic technique. When we sway, I grow weak. I can hear the sound of violins long before it begins. Make me thrill as only you know how. Sway me smooth, sway me now. Sway me now. Sway me now. Sway me now. me some of that rock and roll music. Any old way you choose it. It's got a backbeat, you can't lose it. Any old time you use it. Gotta be rock roll music. If you wanna dance with me. If you wanna dance with me. I got no kick against the modern jazz, unless they try to play it too darn fast and lose the beauty of the melody until it sounded like a symphony. Then I go for that rock and roll music. Any old way you choose it. It's got a backbeat, you can't lose it. Any old time you use it. Gotta be rock roll music. If you wanna dance with me. If you wanna dance with me. I took my lover over across the tracks. Hear my man wailing on the sax. I must admit there was a rockin' band. Man, they was blowing like a hurricane. They was playing that rock and roll music. Any old way you choose it. It's got a backbeat, you can't lose it. Any old time you use it. Gotta be rock roll music. If you wanna dance with me. If you wanna dance with me. Don't like a way to play the tango, or in the mood they take the mambo. It's way too early for the Congo. So keep on rocking that piano, no. Keep on playing that rock and roll music. Any old way you choose it. It's got a backbeat, you can't lose it. Any old time you use it. Gotta be rock roll music. If you wanna dance with me. If you wanna dance with me. If you wanna dance with me. You are the sunshine of my life. That's why I'll always be around. You are the apple of my eye. Forever you'll stay in my heart. You must have known that I was lonely, because you came to my rescue. I think that you must be from heaven. How could so much love be inside of you? Whoa, whoa, you are the sunshine of my life. That's why I'll always be around. You are the apple of my eye. Forever you'll stay in my heart. I feel like this is the beginning. Though I've loved you for a million years, and if I thought our love was ending, I would find myself drowning my own tears. Whoa, you are the sunshine of my life. That's why I'll always be around. You are the apple of my eye. Forever you'll stay in my heart. You are the sunshine of my life. That's why I'll always be around. I'm gonna get that song right one of these days. I will. promise I will. Promise, Stevie. She stood there bright as the sun on that California coast. He was a Midwestern boy on his own. She looked at him with those soft eyes so innocent and blue. He knew right then he was too far from home. He was too far from home. She took his hand and she led him along that golden beach. They watched the waves tumble over the sand. They drove for miles and miles on those twisting, turning roads. Higher and higher and higher they climbed. And those Hollywood nights, those Hollywood hills, she was looking so right in her diamonds and frills, and those big city lights, and those high rolling hills, above all the lights, she had all of her skins. He thought he'd head out west, the change of doing good. See some old friends, good for the soul. She was born with a face that would let her get her way. He saw that face and he lost all control. And those Hollywood nights, those Hollywood hills, she was looking so right in her diamonds and frills, and those big city nights, those high rolling hills, above all the lights, she had all of her skills. Night after night, day after day went on and on. Then came that morning, he woke up alone. He stared out at the lights of LA, wondering if he could ever go home. And those Hollywood nights, and those Hollywood hills, he was feeling so right, it was giving him chills. And those big city lights, and those high rolling hills, above all the lights, with a passion that kills. And those Hollywood nights, and those Hollywood hills, she was looking so right in her diamonds and frills, and those big city lights, and those high rolling hills, above all the lights, she had all of her skills. Hollywood nights, that's why I only do a few shows a week. Well, we keep working towards a better day. I'll keep working on some songs, and new songs, old songs, originals and standards, and keep researching everything I can do to help move us forward, help working towards a more progressive government right here in Santa Monica and in California. You do the same. You get involved wherever you are and try to show the progressive government can make a difference in people's lives, can help lift people out of poverty and work towards a better day. We'll keep working towards equal rights, equal justice, equal opportunity for all, standing up for the rights of those that nobody else will stand up for. We need to keep speaking out, getting involved, and exercising your First Amendment rights, your peaceful protest. That's a beautiful thing about this country. Keep speaking out. Keep standing up. It's about peace. It's about love. It's about the only thing my heart needs thinking of. Hey, good to see you. It's about love. It's about peace. It's about a little bit of love and peace at least. Cause when the peace and love are gone, you know must be moving on. It's about peace. It's about love. It's about you. It's about me. It's about you and me working towards equality. It's about me. It's about you. It's about saying Black Lives Matter too. Cause when you and me are gone, you know must be moving on. It's about you. It's about me. So keep working towards a better day. Keep working towards peace and love. All right. It's about peace. It's about love. It's about the only thing my heart needs thinking of. It's about love. It's about peace. It's about a little bit of love and peace at least. Cause when the peace and love are gone, you know must be moving on. It's about peace. It's about love. 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 Oh, it's all about love. And remember, do the best you can. But you gotta keep smiling too. Keep enjoying it. Sometimes I get a little worked up and I forget to enjoy the ride, you know. Life is just a bowl of cherries. Don't take it serious. It's too mysterious. You work, you save, you worry so, but you can't take your dough when you go, go, go. Life is just a bowl of cherries, so to live and laugh at it all. Life is just a bowl of cherries, don't take it serious, it's too mysterious. You work, you save, you worry so, but you can't take your dough when you go, go, go. Life is just a bowl of cherries, so live and laugh at it all. Keep repeating, it's the berries. Even the strongest oak must fall. The sweet things in life to you were just loaned. So how can you lose what you never even owned? And life is just a bowl of cherries, so to live it, love it. Wiggle your ears and think nothing of it. You can't do without it, there's no two ways about it, just live. And laugh at it all. You have have a great night. Peace and love. That's right. Peace and love. Are you, Ethan Hyatt? Are you making your way over here to say something? I've been here long enough. I guess I've been here over almost 2 hours, almost. Anyway, I talked some. I had some fun. I sang a few good songs and tortured some others. And thank you. Ethan, you want to say something?
Yeah, thanks for joining us, everyone. We will see you back here on Wednesday. Peace and love. Let's keep saying it for a month.